Hey guys, welcome back to class as always. Like I said, I've been a little bit busy, a little busier than we expected to be with this last DIA that we took. So we are going to move right along. I'm going to show you, let me set you guys up so you can see me a little bit better. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I want you to start using your computers now that just about everybody has one. Between 85% and 90% of my students now have a laptop of some form. Here we go. That's better. Okay, um, so I'm going to show you guys what I want you guys to start doing in my classes. So what I want you to start doing is PowerPoints and Word. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my blank Word. I'm going to make it full screen here. I'm going to open a new document. So we're going to go ahead and go over today's assignment. So this is the first thing that I have. So if you're in class, you're going to be looking down. You're going to have these little pink cards that give you distance from Andromeda Galaxy to Earth, Earth to Jupiter's moon, and so on and so forth. So when you're looking today, you're going to have another sheet of paper out, and it is going to not be that one. Not so we're going to minimize that one. Let's see if we can find it together. It's in here somewhere. So there's our cards, and this is what the cards look like. So these are the cards you guys will be having. And hold on a second. What is this little screen thing you tell me to do? I don't know. Anyways, so that's what the card's going to be looking like, and that's what I want you guys to really start focusing on. I want you guys to start focusing on how to build your notebooks for me here. So I'm going to open this one up, and I am going to open up a blank document. Now, normally when we do our our CEOSEs, normally I give them to you. It's a piece of paper. Mine is blue. Yours will be yellow. But you're going to use yours today as a reference guide. So step one, what do we do? I need a header. So you're going to double click here. I just double click. See where it says header? You're going to put your name, our class period, and today's date in that header. Okay, so I'm going to put Mrs. V. Henderson, and then I'm going to put space, and then of course, I have class period 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So it includes everybody. And then I'm going to put in today's date, which is the 24th of February. And then I'll see it says press enter to insert. So I'm going to push enter and it inserted it for me. So I can do a lot of things with this header. Okay. And I'll show you how to put in a footer at the very end too. So how to get out of the header, because how do I type down here now? Just double click and see now this is already up here. So now you have your name, your class period, and today's date. And if I really want to make my footer fancy, I go in here where it says header footer, and I can actually do page numbers. So page number at the top of the page. So I can do that. And that's going to add that page number to the top. And then I can add in my footer. So I could actually change to where it looks like this. And then I see where it changed it right here. So I could type here, I could add in my footer, I could add in my footer, I can add my page number 1, I can say title page, I can say whatever I need to say here in the header section. This is really important for you guys to know how to do this, because once you guys start reaching the last couple of years of high school and early into college, they're going to expect you to know how to do this, and it's something that you guys really weren't taught, and I really want you guys to always remember that I helped you reference this. So it says type here. So we're going to type here. We're going to just go back in and do it all over again. Mrs. V. Henderson. I know it seems a little redundant, but that's okay. That's why we have a YouTube channel, right? Because we're allowed to be redundant. Of course, my classes start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Today's date, and then you see a second ago, just press enter as you start to type. And let's fix the error in my ways, which is I did not capitalize my own name. Shame on me. So from here, I can go on and start to write out my paper. So we have our name, our period, and our class date. Perfect, because that's exactly what it says what we need to have on the top of our paper anyway. So we're going to type in what is the question? Because that's what our paper wants is what's the question? So comma or question mark. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to push the tab key and it's going to go over right under where the is. So the question is, what is that? Now you guys, when you get this paper, it's going to already be written on there for you. That's what I'm doing after I make this video. I'm going to make sure that everybody has what they need. It said, what units do we use to measure distance between astronomical bodies and, sorry about that, guys, gotta move some things around. Okay, so astronomical bodies and in space. So what units do we use to measure distance between astronomical bodies in space? So that's our question. So let me finish typing this out. I type really slow, I'm so sorry. I type fast when I'm not talking, but when I have to stop and think about it, I type slower. Because you guys know I can send an email super fast. However, when it comes to typing, I understand the struggle of the dinosaur click is what I call it. But we're learning not to do the dinosaur click. We're learning to put our hands where they're supposed to be. We're learning how to put our fingers where they're supposed to be and typing like that. And sometimes we got to get used to it. And sometimes it takes some of us a little bit longer. Okay, so that is your question. So what's the question? This is our question. All right. So that's what you need to have there. So now I'm going to click back down. And now I'm going to go capital C, put a dash, and it says comment. So it says commit to a prediction or answer choice. Okay. So as you guys are going through your assignment today, I'm going to be reading a passage to you. And it says we're going to discuss the distance in space. You guys are going to also watch a video, and then you guys also have these little pink cards. If you're on my online class and you're watching this, you don't only have the little pink cards, you also have this piece of paper here. So you have everything as well. So you guys should be set. See, in class, we have these are cut out and they're set on each table. And this is a class copy. Unless you're on my online class, then it is your copy to keep. Okay. So I want you to do that. So what units do we have? And then it says make a prediction, answer a hypothesis. You may have to give this to them. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to give that away right yet. I will at the very end of this video for those of you who are paying attention. Okay, so we're going to put in a bunch of gibberish. Say we've answered, there's my prediction. Here, we'll make a real prediction. How about that? We'll do one for you. Okay, I say we use time travel to measure time in space. See, it's just a prediction. I say we use time travel. Do we use time travel? Probably not, no. All right, so your next one is your capital E, your dash, and it says, next have them explain why they use two different types of measurement. It's okay if they say, because I read it on the scale of the universe assignment, which, that was yesterday. Yes, that was yesterday. Yesterday's assignment, that was really fun. I really enjoyed yesterday's assignment. But remember, we used AU, which is astronomical units, and light year. So if you guys decide there to explain, like I would say we use time travel to measure space, and my explanation is because Doctor Who is a real person. I'm a Doctor Who fan, so. All right, so because Doctor Who's a real person, that's what I say. I say Doctor Who's a real person, and he measures in light years. That's what I say. He measures in light years, which is actually kind of true because if you've ever seen Doctor Who, And you like Doctor Who like I do, you know that wherever he travels in light years, and he talks about actual math and actual science in Doctor Who. Let me find my, there we go, squish down button. All right, so our next one we're going to do is our first O. So you're going to put big O and then a 1 and then your dash. So you're going to say, give them, so I'm going to give you a description, like a sentence starter, perhaps, maybe. It says, describe how you will make an observation. Okay. Make an observation to test your prediction, or described reliable information for your sources. So I basically give you the first one. So part 1 of O is O1. It's O part 1. So I just said that. So for me, because I like Doctor Who, and now that I've gone through these cards, I'm going to say, with this game, because we're playing a game, but this game we played today, we will do, let's see, we will do 2 tests. We will do 2 tests and 2 sets of data. Whoops, that's not how you spell data, Mrs. Henderson. 2 sets. So with the game that we play today, we will do 2 tests and 2 sets of data. Is that the same thing, tests and data? No, because you have to test your theory and you have to write down the data for it. So now, when we go on to O2, whoops, not baby O, big O dash 2, it says record your observations. So I'm going to write the word up here. I'm going to cap locks. You push the cap locks button, and I'm going to type the word record, and I'm going to make a bunch of these little dashes, and then from here, you're going to make a T-chart. Okay, so how do we put a T-chart inside of our Word document? Well, it's really kind of easy. So I want to go to insert, and I want to go to table, and I want to insert a table, but I need it to go 1, 2, 3. So I want it 2 over, and I want it about that many down. Okay. All right. And then from here, I can really just play with it. So I can say, from here, I can say astronomical units. So you guys can finish this at home if you do get stuck. Okay. So you can just take this home, finish this up, and I'll show you how to share it. All right. Astronomical units. Or do I have to write out astronomical units? No. Hit that cap lock key again. Push that. AU over here, we have LY, which is light years. All right, so if you do not remember what AU and LY is, definitely please do me that favor and write that out for me, okay? I don't want you getting behind. So for astronomical units, when we're looking at our cards, we're gonna put in information. I'm gonna take the cap locks off. I'm gonna say Earth to Jupiter's moon, Jupiter Make sure it says moon, and then LY. The first one, it says Earth to the star. Oh, we've seen this one, Kansas. I know I'm saying the word wrong because you guys know I have a speech impediment. It looks like Kansas major. So if you're actually watching my YouTube video and you're not one of my students and you're like a sciencey person, I am so sorry that I butcher some of these words. I do have a speech impediment because I can't say certain words. Okay. Kansas major. I could say major. Haha. Kansas major. All right. That is the star. It is a star. It's a really pretty star, and we learned about it. So I want you. So if you need to add more of these blocks, you shouldn't have to add any more. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we are going to delete this. Go back to insert tables. So you can add tables instead of tables, which I think is really cool. But I want to add to my tables. Ooh, calendars. Hey, listen. Hey, I will get sidetracked. I'm like squirrel. No, get out of there, Miss Henderson. You're getting squirreled. We could make it bigger if we need to. Okay. So we're gonna make it a little bit bigger, and then it will want you to go push the tab button. It takes you over, or you can push the up and down arrow keys. It will take you over as well. So large letters, AU, and we want to change the letter system in this. So I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to choose, this is my favorite style. So if you guys are using Bookman style, I appreciate you. And you want to make that a little bit bigger so I can see it because, you know. And then we're going to center that like that. Then we're going to put that in bold. See, and you can make it all fancy. And then we can even change the color by going up here and go, you know what? I want this one to be red. Come on, make it red. Ba-bam. And then light year, we're going to do the same thing for light year. I'm going to just type in LY. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to grab it and highlight. Whoa, not the whole thing. Excuse me, sir. Not the whole thing. Just these 2 letters. Thank you. All right, we're going to go back up here at home. And then we're going to go back to old Bookman style because I like old books. Anything that looks like that old fancy writing, you know, I love it. I got to go back to 22. Now we're going to choose a different color besides red. How about some beautiful blue? And then we're, of course, we're going to center it. And then from there, you're just going to start typing in all the data that you need. You don't have to change it from 12 from there. So what you guys are going to do from here is you're going to change the font for here. We're not going to leave it this. I don't like that. You can change it to anything that's readable. I cannot read this. I can read this one. I can read this one. I can read this one. The first 3 on mine I can read. I don't know why this is a thing, but anything that's really pretty, but I prefer this one. But what your college professor or high school teacher is going to prefer you to do is the most boring one on the planet, and I don't like it. However, you guys are definitely going to know how to use it. It's Times New Roman or something like that. He's down here. There he is. It's this one. This is the one that you're going to always forever use for the rest of your college career, and you're always going to want to be between 12 and 16. So for here, we're going to leave it at 14 because, you know, again, eyesight, what have you. So say we've filled in, we're going to say Earth to Mars, take off cap blocks, Earth to Mars, we'll say, let's see, Saturn. You want to do Saturn? No, we'll do something bigger. We'll say Earth to the hamburger nebula. Now, I'm really enjoying learning more and more about these nebulas with you guys because I have a feeling, what do you mean my word is wrong? I have too many R's? I have too many R's. There we go. So that's how you're going to fill it out. You're going to add this. I'm really enjoying learning more and more about this stuff with you guys, especially when it comes to space. I really love space, and if I could teach aerospace science class, I definitely would be on board for that. All right, so the last part of your SRE, I think you have questions on the back. You have the SE part. Oh, you do have questions on the back. That's perfectly fine. All right, cool. So your SE part. So once again, I'm going to hit that tabs key. I'm going to SE, and I'm going to put a dash there so I know what I'm doing. It says write a scientific explanation to answer the questions. Okay? So on the back, there are questions. So my SE part, it says it should include scientific claim. All right, cool. It should include scientific evidence from your observations. Number 3, scientific reasoning. What is the reason scientifically behind it? See, I went with Doctor Who. Scientifically speaking, I probably shouldn't, but hey, I love Doctor Who. Or, you know, you guys are going to definitely be making sure that you guys are using the information that is being given to you.